I, a tender young maid, have been courted by many of all sorts and trades, if ever was any.
This episode of Ladies Unlaced, sponsored by 3D2U, artistic wood engravings, dice boxes, and much more. Music The Gathering, now performing at the Oklahoma Renaissance Festival, alongside your ladies of Chaste Treasure, at the Castle of Muskogee until June the 5th, and an anonymous art lover, now presenting your ladies of Chaste Treasure.
Guten Abend! Hallo, mein Freunde. Welcome to Ladies Unlaced. I am Fräulein Elsa von Berg.
Lady Gwendolyn Thorne.
Julie d'Aubigny, La Maupin of France.
And together we are
Chaste Treasure!
Live from Oklahoma, here to see all of you. We're so excited to be back here in what I discovered, Oklahoma, which has made us feel at home for the past 4 years, yes?
Yes.
Well, everything but the weather.
Hello, Piles. It's
We
good to
love
see you.
you,
We love
darling.
you so, so much. We can't wait to see you this weekend either. We're so excited. So many of our friends are coming back.
Including Shiny.
Shiny's coming
Who
this
made us
weekend.
Shiny for giving us all pearl necklaces.
And we are so glad just to be back here at the Oklahoma Renaissance Festival, running until June the 5th. So you have 5 more weekends to catch us here live at the Black Boar Pub inside the castle. It's air conditioned.
Yes.
Hello, Tiffany.
Our shows are at 11, 1, and 3.
3 o'clock.
So if you get all overheated out in the festival, you just come inside and sit with us.
And have a beverage. Oh,
Speaking
Speaking
of,
of beverages.
I need to get my beverage out. Huzzah. What is
Oh.
you?
here.
Today we went to a German festival. So actually we should do it.
We
Ready?
did.
Prost.
Prost.
There we go. Get into my stein.
I don't have anywhere to put mine.
My problem is I don't know whether to look you in the eyes when I bang you or
Or
look them
in the eyes when we bang. Well, right now you were looking over at the computer. It's really difficult
God.
when we're doing these
Lots of
shows.
things
Well,
to look
Kat,
at.
there's lots of things to look at. What
John,
is it?
mommy, I found a Chaste Treasure in the castle, David Hart.
Yes.
Hello, David Hart.
Can I keep it? Can I keep it, please? We'll negotiate.
My
I mean-
milkshake brings the Chaste Treasures to the yard, and they're like, "What flavor is it?" Because I might be allergic.
There are a lot of us with food allergies. It's quite strange.
Well, Tiffany, if you come on Celtic weekend, you should make sure that you come to
Sure.
Cayley, because you will see the 3 of us performing at Cayley yet again this year.
Yes.
We're very excited to show our Celtic side.
Indeed. James Swayze says 3 p.m. is the naughtiest show. And it's certainly the craziest show. I'd have to argue that Smoker is the naughtiest.
Naughtiest.
But 3 p.m. is the point at which our ADD brains have gone, nope, goodbye, I'm done.
In fact, this Sunday, I said, welcome to the ADHD hour with
Oh.
Chaste Treasure at 3
Yes.
of the clock.
I don't think that it's that our brains decide that they're done. I think it's that they're out of juice. See, being in a corset and a hoop skirt and all of that all day, it really does take a lot of brain power and energy to exist.
To simply function. If you've never tried a corset, now's your chance. There's plenty of vendors on the Shire.
That's true, including one of our very dear friends. She is the head of the Wenches, but she also
Oh,
has
yes.
her own booth now where she sells excellent corsetry. It's absolutely stunning, period correct, straps, the whole 9 yards. You've got to come and check it out.
And she
she'll
can
have
make you
more stuff.
personalized custom stays as well.
We're talking about Alice, by the way, if you didn't know. I love
Hello,
you,
Alice, if you're watching us.
We love you.
Hello, David. We will let you take them off. We do take them off at the end of the day. And there is that moment of corset-gasm.
It's true, a bodysgasm. I miss you, David. I'm glad you're watching.
Pat
the
Fraser,
show.
good to see you, sir.
My favorite David story is at Washington. I was getting dressed, and I didn't realize that I parked where the patrons were also allowed to park.
Oh.
So David gets out of his vehicle, and I ran up to him and threw my arms around him and said, "You're here! I didn't realize you'd be here." And he said, "You're in Chaste Treasure, aren't you?" because no one recognizes us
Out of
In,
God.
out of, it's
in
true.
and
It's
out
very
of
true.
God. In
Except
fact,
for
this
those of
one
you,
made it
you
to
who
God.
watch this show who get to see us in
Out of
unlaced
God.
fashion.
Yes.
Right.
By the way, gentlemen and ladies and non-binary friends today, if you notice at the bottom of your screen, it says send the ladies of some love. A portion of tonight's tips will be donated to Planned Parenthood. We ladies are very concerned about the current goings on, and we decided that we would like to give a bit of our tips for this evening
Yes.
to that particular
To fund
organization.
women's health care.
It's
Yes.
been quite a tense week in the political climate.
But we don't like to talk about politics so much
No.
these days. We like to sing.
Let's
We do.
talk about first that we are the guests of the lovely Master Shakespeare. And so
It's
this
true.
is his mug. And if you
It's
can't read
true.
it, it says, I put the lit in literature.
literature.
So I've stolen his cup.
Who would have thought the three ladies of Chaste Treasure would be spending the festival season in Shakespeare's house?
We get to sing a private concert for David.
Very
That is
true.
true.
Be-
Yes.
Because of his contributions to our Indiegogo campaign.
If you're not aware of this, it's for our newest album,
Orally ambitious. That's oral with the
Yes,
ears,
oral.
not oral. Oral.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
there's
that's
our
amazing.
cover art.
You can guess the treasures, my friends. I think we should put that out to our fans. Guess the treasures
the
on the
treasures.
cover. But if you
The sun has just shifted and my boobs now glow.
they're, they're glowing behind David Hart's message.
I like it.
Yeah, the
The
angels
glowing
sing.
boobs.
Ladies, but the other thing this evening, not only will you help us by tipping us, but you can also pre-order Orally Ambitious, excuse me. Now I'm getting it confused. I'm the one who came up with the title. It's the
Orally
German
Ambitious.
thing. What can I say? You can pre-order our Orally Ambitious CD for $20 at PayPal.me/Chaste Treasure. But please make sure you put in the comments that it's for the CD and not tips for us.
Right.
So that we can make sure which one is to go to
Then we might be
which
confused.
organization. Also this evening, for tips of $25 or more, Fräulein Elsa will read you one of her clocks. This year, Lady Gwendolyn, myself, and Lady Julie have decided to come up with ladies' favors for our fans at festival. We didn't do it first weekend. Sorry, those of you who were there first weekend, you'll just have to come back.
Yeah.
But for tips of certain amounts, we haven't decided what they are yet, we will give you a
little
favor,
bonus.
a little bonus. So Fräulein Elsa will be giving out clocks. Lady Gwendolyn.
Wait, I think you should explain what a cluck
Yes,
is.
they don't know what a clock is.
A clock.
For those of you who may know what a fortune cookie is, Lady Elsa's clocks are somewhat like that. You can't eat the chicken egg, not this kind, but when you open it, inside it has a little fortune for you to read.
But I'm going to save this one
A
until
little
we get
bit
to $25.
Good clock for you. if
David
you will.
Hart. Oh,
Oh.
well, then I have to give you a clock.
You have to
You
Alright.
get my
David
first
Hart.
clock. I have
He's
very
the
few
best.
clocks to give, but I will give you this clock.
Best.
I'm
What is
always
it?
looking for someone who gave a
Yeah.
clock. This one says, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Fräulein Elsa says, I hope they came simultaneously. It's much more fun that way.
It's true. It's
Good.
true.
So for additional clucks this evening, I will come up with little pieces of wisdom to share with you from my cluck basket right over here.
Lady Elsa, I have a question.
What's your question?
Regarding Cleopatra's comment, she was looking for someone who gave a cluck.
Yes.
Is it appropriate to announce what will be on Orally Ambitious?
There will be a secret track
All right.
All right.
about giving clucks.
Those of you who are
not.
Oklahoma fans already, and who have come to the smoker, have already heard this. But now we're going to release it out into the world with the gracious permission of its original.
And I'm
creator.
sure if you attend the smoker again this season, you will also
So
hear
yeah,
it
this
again.
song, yes.
Yes.
Well, before we reveal Lady Gwendolyn's favor, I'm looking at the time. I
Yes.
think it's time for us to sing a song. What do you think, ladies?
All right. I think that sounds good.
So this song was actually new to us as of last year and will be on, as I lean out of the camera, on Orally Ambitious. It is a song written by Robert Burns. We actually have two Robert Burns
We're a big
songs
fan
on
of
this.
him.
We like him, the Bard of Scotland.
If people don't realize just how filthy he was. He has an entire book of filthy poetry.
Oh, We know. The ladies of Chaste Treasure know.
I should say, I called it poetry. They are intended to be songs.
Yes. In fact, several years ago, the fine people at the South Jersey Celtic Society handed us the song 9 Inch Will Please a Lady, which we have been singing since then, and asked us to sing it at the Robert Burns Supper. And then I found this song and arranged it. And this is about Bonnie Prince Charlie, for those of you who might have some historical knowledge. Oh, Charlie,
Charlie,
oh, Charlie,
Charlie,
oh, Charlie,
Charlie,
ooh. Oh, Charlie,
Charlie,
oh, Charlie,
Charlie,
oh, Charlie,
Charlie,
ooh. Oh, Charlie, oh, Charlie, oh, Charlie, ooh.
'Twas early Monday morning, right early in the year, that Charlie came to our town, the young Chevalier. Oh,
Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie is my darling, the young Chevalier. As he was walking down the street, the city for to view, oh, there he spied a bonny lass, the windy peeking through. Oh, Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie is my darling, the young Chevalier. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So light he jumped up the stairs and tiddled at the pen. And who was ready but herself to let the laddie in? No,
Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie is my darling, the young Chevalier.
he sat his Jenny on his knee, all in his Highland dress. For Charlie really kent the way to please a Highland lass.
Oh, Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie is my darling, the young Chevalier. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's up yon heathery mountain, when down yon scroggy glen, we dared a gang a milking for Charlie and all his men. Oh, Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie is my darling, the young Chevalier. Oh, Charlie, Charlie, the young Chevalier. Charlie, Charlie is my darling, the young Chevalier. Charlie is my darling, the young Chevalier. Hey! I love that song, ladies. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's Lady Flora. We love you.
Lady Flora.
Prettiest ladies. Oh, please. Well, we are ladies.
We are
I know that they're wenches, but I call them ladies too.
And there are some beautiful ladies of the court as well.
That's true. Also very true.
And extremely gracious. This year, this last weekend, in fact, my bodice started falling apart. And one of the newest ladies of the court, Lady Elizabeth Knowles, she whip-stitched me right back into my bodice and fixed it for me. And she is brand new on Caste this year.
yes, indeed.
The Caste at Castleton is absolutely amazing. They make us feel like we are part of the family every year.
Very true.
That's why I said Oklahoma is home.
I have traveled all over the country, and I really think that the festival in Oklahoma does it right.
Yes, true. And ladies, I want to at this moment actually mention one of our sponsors for the evening.
Yes.
One of our sponsors this evening is actually Music the Gathering. Speaking of Oklahoma people, these are other independent artists who are performing here at Oklahoma with us. And we send our heart and love out to Asia and Marco, who are currently recovering
From the plague.
So this weekend, Liv the Druid is going to be doing a one-woman show. And we hope maybe we can figure out a way to work with her at some point this week and do something fun and favorite. So please support Music the Gathering. They have their Music the Gathering cards. These are the current cards for the ladies of Chaste Treasure. We are hoping to have some new cards very soon, hopefully featuring us. We shall find out. They are in the process of building new cards for the season. And also they have a new book that came out last season.
They do an entire novel.
Mm.
Yes, the members of Music the Gathering go on an adventure together. I wish I could remember the name of it right now. Do you know?
I don't either. I'll have to look that
you'll
up.
just have to look them up to find out.
OKRF is my home as well, Jason.
Oh, darling.
We love you, Jason Pyle. Absolutely adore you. And I see that Donald Gaither has also contributed to a...
Donald Gaither, I love you.
Time for another cluck to give.
Let's see.
Donald Gaither, I have something very important to tell you.
Oh, go ahead and tell him while I'm pulling this
Your
out.
letter is in the mail.
Oh, God.
It is
Unfortunately,
And are you coming to Oklahoma?
oh, is it Mr. Paul?
Yes.
I hope so.
I just
David
wrote him.
Redhead.
I wrote the verses this month, so I just wrote. And here's a glass to Masterland, a living down in Louisiana, who finds ladies near and far and travels to us where we are. We are his weekend plan.
Oh, I love it.
I got obsessed with.
All right.
drinking
Anyway,
songs.
so for Donald, his letter has arrived. His letter's arrived. Well, it must have been a different letter because I don't know if you even remember the letter that you were supposed to get from me. I think because an actual snail. No, an actual snail was delivering it to you. His name is Cameron, and you need to be really nice to him because he's been
Traveling
it's
most
a
of his
long
life.
journey for him. Anyway, let's read his clock for him. I do love Donald. Please, wait, it's the same thing.
No, it's a different one.
That's right. It's different. No, it is. It is. I broke Lady Elsa. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, and
Can't
I'm
take
breaking
them
our
anywhere.
backdrop.
Don't do that.
No, we're fine. We're good. It's fine.
Falling apart.
This one says, when choosing sausage, always choose bratwurst. Who knows? The fortunes of Lady Elsa are to Lady Elsa's whims of the day.
You know, I rather liked the sausage that you gave us on the way home from the festival.
Oh,
last
the
year.
Landjäger.
I
Landjäger.
always forget the name
Germans
of it.
know their sausages. I'm just saying.
I walked into a deli in Florida this year, and they had Landjäger, and I was like, I know what that is. And my
is-
partner and I immediately bought some, and he was absolutely convinced. Yes.
It is a delicious dried German sausage that traditionally was taken to the woods by the woodsmen. They just kept it in their pockets and they were able to eat it. At least you'll be wearing your kilt for Kaylee, Tiffany. That I appreciate. At this moment.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'll see you then.
One of the wonderful things about the Oklahoma Festival is the Memorial Day weekend
They
celebration.
do it like, oh, I found the push pin.
Somber celebration, actually memorializing those who have served, including one of my partners, who is I know some of you will contradict me on this, but I'm going to say that this is the correct term, an ex-Marine. Some people say, oh, there's no such thing as an ex-Marine. No, there is.
Well, and after the parade, which is dedicated to those who have served and passed, they then follow it with celebration.
Yes.
So it's all about just celebration and
It's a very
love.
nice,
It's
honorable
beautiful.
service, though. The honoring service is very lovely.
Most
Her
definitely.
Majesty does a most excellent job of doing it.
So, ladies,
Yes.
do you have any questions for our fans?
Questions for them?
Once
Oh.
a Marine, always a Marine. Well, they're not asking us many questions this evening.
I think he would debate you on that, Sam, but we can talk about it when I see you in Washington again.
Washington State. We didn't get to see him at Maryland, but David Hart was quite generous to us at Maryland. We felt his presence every weekend. It was absolutely beautiful.
He's always very generous, and we always appreciate his gifts. Well, speaking of questions, you've talked about your favor. Gwendolyn, I think you should talk about
You
yours.
said generous, and I was going to say, speaking of generous, we were already ready to
on
hook
the
me
same
up.
page.
Speaking of generous, if you attend the Oklahoma Renaissance Festival for the rest of this season, any weekend, I suppose, you too can get a favor from Lady Gwendolyn, but it's really from all of us because the ladies of Chaste Treasure are sometimes known for giving men blue balls.
It's true.
But these blue balls are fuzzy blue balls, just like mine, if you've ever seen mine. And you know what? If you've seen the Unlaced shows, you have seen mine, because although Although they're normally in another place. They're normally in another place.
You two can have a pair
Anyway.
of Gwendolyn's blue balls.
Anyway.
Your own personalized blue balls.
Yes. And I have dark blue and light blue, and then I even have some that are light blue and dark blue. And we even have a fan out here that only has one, so his only has one.
He's got a special. If he's watching tonight, it's not a surprise anymore.
Well, I don't know. I didn't say his name.
And by the way, we did not inquire about
This information is
They
given
told
to
us.
us.
Volunteered to us.
At our very first time meeting them.
Yeah.
She was like, my husband only has one.
We went, thank
And he's
you.
sitting there like smiling with food in his mouth, like,
So,
that's right.
I mean, apparently it works for them. But
Oh, I love this question from Lady Rosaline. Our favorite German food, since we were just at a German festival.
Spätzle.
Oh,
Mm.
They didn't have any.
I know.
I forgot that they didn't have that last time we were here.
No spätzle.
Lady Julie, do you have a favorite German food?
I do, but because I recently discovered that I am allergic to wheat, I can no longer have schnitzel, and it is absolutely one of my favorite things in the world. So,
But you had quite the bratwurst today.
oh, I did. I had a massive bratwurst, and I had a nice sausage too.
Yes. Took me a second. I got there. I did get there. I would say, as the token German in this group, although I think all of us have German in us.
We actually,
But I found out today mine is morphed into Danish. It doesn't show up on my chart anymore.
That's because of all the Danishes you've been eating.
you
You've
just
morphed
take a
from
pile
German
of
into Danish.
sauerkraut and it turns into bread with cream cheese.
Listen, whether or not it shows up, I know it's there. There's German ancestry in here. It's in here.
Anything from the Flying Dutchman. I hear that place is
Ooh.
haunted.
Actually, I've been there with this gentleman, with Michael Hamilton. The Flying Dutchman is a food truck
Take me there.
in the Philadelphia area, and his
Oh,
food
yeah.
is out of this world. In fact, I was going to approach him to become a sponsor of Ladies Unlaced, and now he's getting free advertisement. I would say my favorite food is my mother's Käsespätzle. So where my family is from in Germany, the type of spätzle they make is like macaroni and cheese. It's with a hard Swiss cheese that has been grated. It's actually cheese that has been around for quite some time. It hasn't gotten moldy, but it's gotten hard. And then you grate it, and it melts into this gooey stringiness on top of the spätzle. And then we put caramelized onions on top. Out of this world.
All things I can't eat anymore. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I do love a good sauerbraten. In fact, our mutual friend, Sarah, was the one who introduced me to sauerbraten. I had never been raised with it. Germany has as many cuisines.
Potato pancakes. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
potato pancakes.
So
Very
once today I've
Rosaline.
eaten them and I was very sad about it.
I don't know if those count Rosaline.
There are so many different cuisines in Germany. You think of it, it's not a very large country, but there are cuisines that are very much more French inspired. There are cuisines that are more English inspired, Finnish, like it's all over. There's so many different cuisines.
Well, part of the reason for that is that these ideas that we think of nowadays as Germany and France and Italy are modern constructs, and every region was its own individualized region that changed hands back and forth many times. In fact, modern Italian wasn't codified until the 20th century,
Yes.
when they took one spoken dialect of Latin and one written dialect of Latin, mushed them together and said, "This is Italian." They did the same thing with German, but only in the previous century. So it's also
Speaking
quite
of
modern.
ancestry, we were just speaking of, my Italian has now changed to solely say Southern Italian.
Oh,
It
yeah.
no longer says Northern Italian at all.
Hmm. Well, speaking of ancestry, Lady
Yes.
Julie, would you like to tell us about the time that you were
So wait, I know exactly where you're going, and I love it. But I wanted to mention that I find this particularly endearing. We're about to sing a song for you, and the title of the song is Queen of France. Many years ago, way back when I was a wee young thing, and I started performing at Renaissance fairs. I, in fact, played the kid sister of Henry VIII. Now, I don't know if you know her story or not.
Margaret, was No.
She was the older
That's
sister.
that's right.
Mary was the kid
His
sister.
younger sister.
There were 4 siblings.
Right.
Henry was never supposed to ascend to the throne. Arthur was the eldest. Margaret was the oldest sister. And then there was Mary. And Mary's story is very interesting and very much female empowered and female centered, because she was, like many princesses, betrothed to the King of France. And the story that I played out for my first year was to be married off to the King of France. So, in fact,
You
my
were
second year at the
once.
Renaissance Fair, I was the Queen of France.
Well, why don't you sing about it?
Once I was the Queen of France.
Now I partake of humble
In
pie.
riches I bathed, the world was mine oyster.
Now I partake of humble pie.
Yeah, verily I was the Queen of France.
Now I partake of humble pie.
Now in a nunnery I am cloistered.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Of my birth, my dowry of great birth, wrapped up in gowns of the finest velvet, days filled with laughter and mirth, munching on cakes and tea with the Countess of Burgundy, dancing a waltz with the Queen of England, gabbing away with royalty. Once I was the Queen of France.
Now I partake of humble
A
pie.
glorious castle is where I resided.
I was told there would be pie.
And verily I was the Queen of France.
Now I partake of humble pie.
Now I languish in a state most benighted.
When she was the Queen of France. Ba-da-ba-ba-da,
Married young, I learned how to hold my tongue. My husband was merely a count in those days. His fairness was lauded, his praises were sung. 'Tis easy I to live in such splendor high. Our wedlock was decent if dull, but 'tis no shame to harbor a wandering eye. Once I was the Queen of France.
Now I partake of humble
Oh,
pie.
Edward, oh, Louis, disquiet I feel for thee.
I want to stick my face in your pie.
I was the Queen of France.
Now I partake of humble pie.
Now I'm ensconced in obscurity.
When she was the Queen of France.
Now there may be those among them who wondereth at this, knowing not how I, the Queen of France, have succumbed to this most pernicious fate. Shall I tell thee, friends?
Tell us, lady.
Shall I tell thee, friends?
Tell us, lady.
Shall I tell thee, friends? Shall I tell thee, friends?
Tell us, lady!
In London, one day, a fabulous banquet was thrown, at which a knight was fed to the possession of something I previously owned. Isabella of England accused me then of cuckolding my mate, at which point the king turned me red and cut off the knight's head, and I met this ridiculous fate. Nun and queen, fat and lean, hearken to me and see what I mean. The tiniest of transgressions that led me to this oppression. So next time thou hast a wandering eye, remember my story and fly, or just keep your secrets far better than I. Once I was the Queen of France.
Now I partake of humble
I
pie.
was somehow caught up in a sordid affair.
Pie, 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 pie.
Verily I was the Queen of France.
Now I partake of humble pie.
Now I sing songs with chaste treasure.
When she was the Queen of France.
God save the Queen.
God save me.
And pie. You know, today at the German festival, they had German beef pies.
I know.
And I so
Beef
wanted
pie?
them. Beef
I didn't
pies.
see that.
They weren't heated yet. So we had to
Oh.
wait and wait, and we decided not to get them. It made me very sad.
I had a German cheesecake, which was definitely not cheesecake, but it was sweet and it was delicious.
Anything that's German is delicious.
Great point. What?
Yes, pie, pie,
Hello,
pie,
Sam.
pie, pie.
I'm so
Oh, it's
glad you
pie
decided to
pie.
watch. Sam, by the way, is one of my partners, and he is an artist, and he is currently sitting by a lake, half dressed, at least so he said. Part of the reason we chose
Is anyone else craving pie now? Oh, I love steak and kidney pie.
If you are craving pie now, very shortly, you can have your own brand new
That's
Chaste
right.
Treasure t-shirt. You know, Lady Rosaline, we should have uploaded the design. We didn't do
That
that.
would have been a great moment. Ta-da! Okay, we'll tell them about it instead.
It is absolutely, I love it.
I think it's
Wasn't
perfect.
it your idea?
Yes. So of course
A little biased.
This is a little biased, but it says
It's a pie.
it says I want to stick my face in your pie,
Around the pie.
around a pie, with the Chaste Treasure logo cut as the ventilation of a
Of the
pie.
pie.
So it looks juicy and delicious. And you too can show your Chaste Treasure love by purchasing one of our t-shirts. They're all available on our
Yes.
Spreadshirt website.
Or by becoming a special level Patreon person for us, you will automatically qualify for a t-shirt.
well, that's a different t-shirt.
oh,
That is our yearly tour t-shirt.
Oh.
which was also really
It
cool
was
shirt. Hasn't
beautiful.
happened this year yet.
Yes,
The
but last
year's
year's.
was-
So at the end of the year, we will put together our tour t-shirt, and who knows what it's going to look like. But as a Patreon patron, you can go to our Patreon. You must type in Chaste Treasure. We are listed as 18 and above.
I'm
So
not pointing at your boobs. I'm pointing at Chaste
are,
Treasure.
are
on
you
the
sure?
thing. Yeah. Oh, it's
You
gone. Now it's
You
right
can
here.
point at my boobs if you'd like to. I mean, that's what they're there for.
You know, ladies, I think we should take a moment to mention that the reason we chose that song is not just so that I could reminisce on my 20 years of Ren Fair experience, but so that we could tell everyone that it is, in fact, Love and Romance Weekend, aka French Weekend at the Oklahoma Renaissance Fair. So if you come, you'll get to hear that song again and many others.
And who knows, mayhaps we will end up with some pie. Our first season at Oklahoma. Our lovely friends of Terra Nova
That
Tribal.
was the only photo of the three of us for like
It was
2
such a
years.
good photo,
There's only
though.
one photo and the three.
And it's us
You're finished
rejoicing
finishing.
because they just handed us each an individual pie.
Tell
So-
them who gave them to us.
And they were given to by our lovely ladies of Terra Nova Tribal. In
Yes.
particular, I believe Baba made
Yes, she
them.
did.
Yes.
Angel.
And we absolutely love Terra Nova. And we've hardly gotten to see them so far this season. One of these
Pie
days.
on Love and Romance Weekend.
I mean, it's my favorite dish. Second only to sausage. Now she gets it. It's taking minutes.
I don't know, Lady Julie. I thought mayhaps you enjoyed a clam or two from time to time.
I do love a good
I
oyster.
thought you said a
I
clamor.
love an oyster.
Oyster.
It needs to have the pearl inside of it.
Uh-oh.
So
We got another one.
I do. I'm going to search inside my little
Yeah,
basket
so
here.
we
Hold
got
on.
another
I know.
clock.
Oh, there goes. Give me one moment to search
Oh,
for a
no.
clock. I don't need to see what the bag I'm drawing my clocks out of. Oh, here's one. Here's a good new clock. Oh, I have a clock to give.
These are really exciting, actually.
Capricorn.
Like, what's in there?
What will we find inside?
What?
It's another. You can read it. It's another one. It's another German bratwurst one.
What?
Oh, you may say bratwurst. I say bratwurst.
No.
No.
It's not kinky?
No. You may say bratwurst. I say brat best.
Oh, your passage is impossible to read, darling.
They're gonna come back to you and
I
go, huh?
took it into a totally kinky route. Yes. I just went straight
Thank you,
into...
Pat Brazon. Oh no!
And now everyone knows what I'm into.
I've got to search inside here. Hold on.
Hi, I'm Lady
Another-
Julie. I like
Oh,
girls,
dear.
boys, and kinky.
People are like, give me the advice. Help us.
Searching inside. Talk amongst yourselves, ladies. While
All
I
right.
I haven't finished filling all of them yet. Obviously, I should have done that before the show.
Watermelon,
Lady
watermelon.
Elsa, you haven't finished filling them. I can help you with that.
Listen,
if you
I
need some
typically get
help.
filled versus
Right.
the other way.
Listen, I've got a can of
Never.
whipped cream in the fridge.
Oh, John's here.
Oh, John.
Oh, John.
Oh, my favorite member is Chaste Treasure. It's when we gave Rosaline Morgan and Catherine pie when it off when they sang
Oh.
Queen of France.
Oh, I love them all. How sweet. That's so kind.
Keep talking amongst
Oh,
yourselves.
I love
watermelon, watermelon.
What other jobs can you think
Rutabaga
of where
fruit.
you receive pie like this?
That's true.
I'm
Actually,
sure- I'm
I've
sure-
received many things
Yes.
in my time with Chaste Treasure, as have you. From
Yes, you
patrons.
received a large cucumber from me last
I did. And last year, you received a cloak.
I
from the
did.
patron.
It was lovely. My
And
goodness.
I received this year
a
this
lovely
beautiful
necklace.
real garnet, gold, and pearl set.
Oh, I
Made,
didn't know you had earrings too.
made by Missy Bernard of Sea Song Designs, who
Her
is
work
not
is
only
beautiful.
a fantastic jewelry designer, but is a consummate musician. And if you ever get a chance to
Really?
see one, oh my God, she's
I didn't
fantastic.
know.
Yes, she's absolute perfection, first of all. Second of all, just knows everything about everything. I have lectured on early music, and I still learn things from this woman.
She was so
She's
kind.
incredible.
Really was.
But she also makes beautiful jewelry, and a very handsome patron purchased this for me here at Florida.
So the next one says, okay.
We're patiently waiting.
I know you are. It says, don't ask a German for a schnitzel tickle. You might regret what you get. I don't know where
Speaking
my
of which,
I
Lady
don't know what that
Elsa,
means.
have I still not given you privy to a German sparkle party?
a German sparkle party.
I know what we're doing after the show.
Oh, goodness.
I'm afraid. Would we have to Google this? Is this something on the Googles?
No, it's something on the YouTubes.
Oh, that's even worse.
My great grandfather actually was from Germany, and the other side of the family is almost entirely German. And I have no idea what a German sparkle party
This is like the ancestry episode. We're doing all this talking. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
Oh dear, here we go.
I found out I'm way more Welsh than I thought I was. That was really exciting.
And now I'm looking for things. Keep talking.
Yes. Anyway,
I was looking for things.
So, most of us are German
There we go.
in this trio. Most of us are
to some degree, at least.
Yeah.
To some degree.
And I play a French character in part because I wanted to raise visibility. Because Julie was a real person. She was a real noted bisexual.
Well, of course you're a real
Paris.
person. I'm touching you right now. I'm not having a dream.
And I did it so that people would Google her instead of me. Because I don't necessarily need my name to be out there. But I do want Julie to be recognized. I'm tired of people saying, oh, no one was queer in the past. That's not a thing.
That's not true. Just because you didn't hear about it doesn't mean they weren't there.
We
I
existed.
tell you that.
Ladies, I think it's time for another song. And I do see you, Paul Land. I will make sure we get a
Another
cluck
one.
in for you in just a moment.
Look at that.
But I think mayhaps it would be a good time for us to do what would normally be our live song in one of these
Live
episodes. Although all of the songs this evening are live. But one of our verse songs, because we haven't had a chance to tell these people about the fact that we write verses.
Oh, that's true.
So the ladies of Chaste Treasure, as most of you probably do know, but if you're new to our show, we write our own verses to several of the songs. And you can purchase a verse to have performed for you. You can either purchase it on Shire with us during the day for just £5. So cheap. Or we will record a verse for you. And Lady Rosaline, roll that beautiful bean footage. If you could put that up on the screen for us. The verses are available
It's not
for Lady Rosaline's looking
She's
for
finding
it.
it. She's finding it.
That's all right. I'm just going
Magic.
to seductively lick my fingers.
What's new?
Where's that bit?
What's new?
Wouldn't you like to know?
She
knows.
What are you singing?
There you go. Well, that's for during a live show. But a personalized verse, we will tape it for
Oh,
you
that
for
thing.
£15, 25 in garb. And if you do want it aired during one of our Ladies Unlaced shows, which we are doing now about once a month, because we have so many live shows that we
Yes,
are
the
doing.
world has transitioned a bit back into regular performance life. So,
So,
it's not as necessary for us.
but we still love doing it this way because we get to
Yes.
see people from all over, or rather, you get to see us
Us.
from all over.
Right. We get to
So
speak with them.
This is live verses.
uh-oh.
We had an actual auto happen the other day,
We did.
and it was very amusing. And I'm wondering if I should regale them
Please.
with.
Which one? There were 3 of them.
Were there 3 of them?
Well, there was the one with the
The jalapenos.
jalapenos, and then there was the other one that you were talking about today.
All right. Oh, I haven't written that one yet.
Okay,
So
but this
sometimes
one
I
is the
get
funniest one.
Inspired. So this is based on an actual autocorrect that happened. How did I start it? I felt like fun south of the border, but had some problems with my order. I wrote get jalapenos. Auto wrote get half penis.
That's what my auto actually wrote.
And now I have really weird nachos.
That's not.
Actual dinner
That's-
conversation. that
That's
happened
not
yesterday.
sour cream. I really want to write a verse about balls. I
I'm really enjoying the fact that I can get out of the camera when I'm making really horrible faces.
Yeah, must be nice. We're having a Lady Gwendolyn sandwich for dinner.
It
over
must
here.
be nice.
Oh,
It
that's
must
all right.
be nice.
It's comfortable. I'm fine.
To have Gwendolyn in your sandwich.
I wonder what it would taste like. You'd get some hair in it. What?
I love that you did that, but you were playing with your blue
I get
balls.
some
as
hair
you
in
said
it. Yeah, because I don't mean. Well, yeah, you'd probably get some hair from me. I mean, I do have a lot of hair. We all have a lot of hair. I'm just saying.
Are we wondering about what a half penis nacho is?
Someone say
Is it just a little chubby?
I don't know, but I'm fishing for my clucks.
All right,
I've got more clucks to
fishing club. I want to write a verse about blue balls. Oh no, there's like fur coming out of it. Gwen, I will never look at sour cream the same. You know, sour cream has never really been pleasant to look at. Let's be
That's
honest.
fair. That is true.
Did you say let's be honest or let's be honest?
Yes.
Let's be. Because
if we're killing time, one of my favorite.
if we're killing time, I have a can of whipped cream in the fridge.
Ooh, what can we do with a can of whipped cream?
We're not killing time. Are we reading the clock after the verse song?
I think we should do
Or
an
before the
cluck
verse
cluck before the verse
song?
song.
Cluck, 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 cluck,
Okay,
cluck, cluck.
What happens
When you have no clock.
when you've run out of clucks to give?
I've no more
Clucks to give.
I got one.
I ran out. It's like an empty fortune cookie. I feel really bad. Pauline, I need to come up with
Wait,
a cluck
is it
for you.
supposed to be German?
Doesn't have to be German.
Beware in the hen house when the sun goes down.
Oh, speaking of which, we have hens here.
We do.
Although I think we now need to call this structure
The hen house.
I thought we were calling ourselves.
It's German, not just the. Oh my
Actually,
god!
I would like to come up with a recipe for German nachos. I feel like you'd have some bratwurst and a little bit of sauerkraut and some Swiss cheese. It would kind of taste a little bit like a Reuben, I feel like.
All right.
All right.
I feel like a Reuben kind of.
Yeah, sauerkraut. Sauerkraut would taste pretty good probably on tortilla chips, wouldn't it?
If you made
Are you
your
still
own
using tortilla
chips
chips?
with
No, pretzels.
pretzel
Pretzel
chips.
chips.
I have pretzel chips in the cabinet.
Look
We
at
are
that.
making German nachos.
Look at the ideas. We're up to no good.
Oh, ladies,
Paul
let's-
is still waiting for a clock.
but his cluck was empty. So we need to sing a song so
And
I
then
can have
we'll
a
fix
cluck.
it.
Then we'll
All right.
fix it. We will fix
All
it.
right.
Okay. So this is a song about our favorite salty treat. And it
Since
is
we're
not
talking about
German nachos.
I'm gonna whip up a verse for Paul on the spot.
On the
I
spot.
believe in you.
On the spot.
Okay. I actually made a verse for one of the members of Music the Gathering. I'm going to try to remember. Let's see how this goes. Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon. A virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin. That's why caviar's a very rare dish. I fed caviar to a German, and it filled him with such thirst. He washed it down with a stein of beer, and then he gave me his whole bratwurst. Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon. A virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin. That's why caviar's a very rare dish.
On brand. I gave caviar to a German. He let me try his Wiener Schnitzel. We went back into his cottage and he twisted me into a pretzel.
Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon. A virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin. That's why caviar's a very rare dish.
I gave caviar to a cardinal, taught him all life's greatest joys, but in spite of all my efforts, found out he was into boys.
Oh, ew.
Caviar
comes from a virgin sturgeon. A virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin. That's why caviar's a very rare dish. I gave caviar to Liv the Druid because she plays accordion. Women are allowed opinions. Who cares if she hates old white men? Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon. A virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin. That's why caviar's a very rare dish. Caviar.
I gave caviar to Paul and Elsa did not give a clock. Now I am his favorite treasure. Gwendolyn always brings him good luck.
Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon. A virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin. That's why caviar's a very rare dish.
I brought caviar to a convent, gave it to a novice sweet. No, that's wrong. I brought caviar to a cloister, gave it to a novice sweet. Found the pearl inside my oyster. Now it's all she wants to eat.
Caviar comes from a virgin sturgeon. A virgin sturgeon's a mighty fine fish. No good sturgeon wants to be a virgin. That's why caviar's a very rare dish. That's why caviar's a very rare dish. Olay! Gwendolyn, that was amazing. Thank you for giving a clap for
Yeah,
me.
that was awesome. I confess, when Mr. Land was on my list, I tried to write a verse about how he'd worn the T-shirt that you'd worn the T-shirt the first year, but I couldn't make it work.
Could you use this? Elsa always says, beware when you beg.
What's that? What's a dash one? I don't speak German like these two.
I'll let you guess. I'll give you 3 guesses.
Think Harry Potter.
Oh, your wand? His wand? His wand.
His wand.
Oh,
Just-
yes.
Just
His
like
wand.
in
Thank you,
Spanish,
Cleopatra.
these are huevos.
Oh, yes. Huevo.
Yes. And a bird is a vagina.
Actually, it depends on where you're.
That's true. That's true.
In Catalonia, a bird is actually the male genitalia.
Ah, yes.
And this is where we get flipping
The bird. And that was something I learned when I was in high
Didn't
school.
you all teach me this like first year? at
Probably.
Oklahoma? I think there was.
Second year.
Was it second year?
Elsa
It
needs
was
to come
like
up with
a
some
whole
more claps to
segment
give.
of you guys teaching me. This is
Well,
what
because
giving the
Gwendolyn
bird
does a
means.
peacock impression. So birds have just become the theme at Oklahoma.
Yeah, I actually courted a gentleman in our audience last week. He had a headpiece on, and it was like the whole.
He was one of the knights who sang
were like
me,
this big,
but it was a peacock knight who
yeah,
sang me.
because they were. It's like I started going like
In rap, just Lady Rosalind, can you see us? There we
my peacock dance.
We were just censored. We were censored for your peacock dance. We can see you.
We're back.
We can see you. Can you
We
see
keep
us?
vanishing.
Oh no,
Lady Rosaline, tell us if you can see us.
frozen again. That's what she just
Again,
typed.
still frozen again. Full on interwebs. Nope.
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 Oh dear.
Pixelated. Ah.
Oh, no.
Well, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go.
Lady Rosaline, could you type to the people that we are here? I mean, if you can hear us, they can hear us, even though we're pixelated.
Right?
I hope.
I assume we're back since we can be seen now.
I mean, we can see
We can
ourselves.
see ourselves. Oops. Like she's typing away.
She's typing away. Hands typing in the things that let's see. Very
Very
laggy. It's me.
Censored version.
Well, at least we can be heard.
So that means we could sing a song.
We could
In
sing
and
a
out.
fading in and out. Well, I'm typically very blurry, especially at the end of a festival day.
I hope
That's Leery.
Goodness gracious, on this side it's nice and clear. I wonder if it's sometimes it's YouTube or Facebook, but it looks like it's coming from both sides.
That's just the way I like it, from both sides.
Let's play the 3D2U video. That's a very good idea. 3D2U, one of our sponsors, which is Lady Arabella and Lady Arabella's man, Herr Sherpa. Play our sponsor, the beautiful bean footage.
The
Lady Rosaline.
3D2U book box series offers stunning colors for those seeking to make a statement on and off the bookshelf. Whether your pleasure is playing cards, dice, jewelry, or personal keepsakes, the removable shelves allow you to customize your book to fit your fantasies. Are you someone looking for a little more room where your imagination can land? 3dtu.org also accepts custom orders and offers ready-to-paint books. Look for them online at 3dtu.org. You may also find a 3dtu.org booth at the New Jersey Renaissance Fair on the 28th and 29th of May and the 4th and 5th of June.
Are we back? Can you hear us?
Can you see?
Tommy, can you hear me?
Video is clear, getting better-ish.
Tommy, can you hear me?
But that was the video. Let's see,
Tommy,
Rosaline.
can you hear me?
Is it possible to refresh ourselves?
I don't know if it is possible to refresh ourselves.
It says it's getting better-ish.
Not great. Oh, goodness gracious.
Aw.
This is the joy of being in cast housing that is unfamiliar to us. And unfortunately, we don't have hard wiring in to this particular cast housing. So we've had to do slowly improving. Fingers crossed. I wish I had a external the thingamajigger to internet, to the wobbly wobblies.
A router.
That's it.
And a 6-pin plug.
Or
in a hole.
or being able to go from my phone.
It terrifies
from my
me.
fairy box.
Oh, is that what you need? Because I can make that happen.
Do you have an additional?
Tell Johnny to get off the Wi-Fi. Hey,
Johnny, get off the Wi-Fi.
Johnny, get off the. That's hilarious.
Johnny, get
That's
off the
hilarious.
Okay, now David Hart says that we can hear you and the video is clear.
All right. Well,
So we're gonna hope that that's the correct way. Rosaline did run the video, but if the video, that video was clear, not our video.
Right.
Well, that is one of the things you don't know when you're on the road what kind of access you're going to have, and we did our best, but we had a last-minute change of location today as well. So
True.
Things happen the way they do, and we're bringing to you the best that we possibly
Sam
can.
Kit says he'll give us an external thingamajigger.
Tell him we'd love to play with his external thingamajigger.
Oh, I love to play with his external thingamajigger.
You're looking a little better. You know
Hey,
what?
maybe
It's
that's
because
the tool that Tom has. It's a thingy-majigger.
I didn't come up with both.
Yay, David! We are clear now. Yay! I just realized I have a tiny hole in my sweater.
You have a hole. It's the landline.
We all have a lot of
Oh,
holes.
Curtis, it's not your
Yeah,
fault
hole.
at all.
You know what I haven't done at all?
I'm licking Lady with
This
Elsa's
year.
weenus.
I haven't. Maddie, you're here.
Hello, Adam Jabulian. I love that name. That last name is so sexy. Jabulian.
Sexy. Have you ever heard that one?
Jabulian.
He's heard a lot of things on his last name. He's going to love that.
It's the landline you want. It's the landline you'll get. Let me go back into the private chat because I do believe, I thought I saw that there was another, bandwidth, Little Widow. I have another clock I am ready with. So if
Let's give Mr. Land his clock.
Well, no, we gave Mr. Land his
did.
clock in the song.
It was sing-song.
It was a song clock.
Sing-song clock.
But I am ready with another clock for someone if they are ready. I'm looking at the time. Oh, ladies, we're running short on time. Yes. So, Lady Rosaline, is there anything that I have forgotten to mention to these lovely people? Go ahead and type it in the lovely banner to tell me. I'll keep saying to give us some love. A portion of tonight's tips are being given to Planned Parenthood. And you know what I forgot to mention? That Lady Rosaline, and I will mention that momentarily, but Lady Rosaline plans on matching our donation to Planned Parenthood this evening. So with all the tips that you are giving, we're giving a portion of those tips to Planned Parenthood, and that portion is going to be matched by Lady Rosaline.
I love you, Lady Rosaline.
We absolutely adore you, Lady Rosaline. And as she has posted up here, we do have our after hours concert at the New Jersey Renaissance Festival. Now, we will not be there because we will be here in Oklahoma.
Who will it be? Lady Rosaline.
Lady Rosaline, Lady Catherine,
and
oh my goodness. I'm blanking on her name, and Lady Morgan will
I think
be
I
there.
know who you're talking about, but I
See
also
her
am
face.
blanking on her lady name.
Lady Rosaline, what? Isabel, Lady Isabel. Because Isabel loves puppies.
I knew. I was right.
So it would be
I just
those
couldn't
four
think of
ladies at our after hours concert.
Yes.
And they're doing
And a body party will also be there.
joining
right?
them.
Yeah.
Yes. Choose your own shenanigans is the theme of this concert. If you want to know more about it, please check out our Facebook page. There is a poll going for your favorite songs. So if you would like to contribute your favorite songs into that, you get to help choose our concert. So, ladies, before we go into our last song,
Yes.
I'm ready with another clock.
Another clock.
Also, we were going to ask the fans one thing.
Yes.
Yes,
Because we've talked about my favors, the clocks.
And the balls.
But I have no favor to give. I don't favor any of you. No.
She favors all of you.
If anyone has any particularly clever ideas for a favor from Lady Julie, whose story you may or may not know, feel free to Google her, La Maupin.
We'd love your
to hear-
suggestions. We have an idea for her, but if you have a better one,
We'd love to hear it.
yes, most definitely. In fact, I have to give a little bit of credit to Michael Hamilton, who has been here this evening.
Oh, yes.
When we started our Patreon, he was the one who put a little bug in my brain about ladies' favors, and that we should be giving out ladies' favors to our fans. So I think that's a lovely way.
Mine came upon in a total different happenstance. You see, at the Florida Renaissance Festival, Sultana Lila and I found out that my balls are removable and they have a little hook and you can put them on anything.
Which she did to me this
Which
first weekend.
I did.
Yes, as it turns out, Gwendolyn is a hooker.
And I've had Gwendolyn's balls on my back.
Yes, balls on your back. You too can have balls on your back. No. And see, that's where I got the ideas. I was like, ooh, that would be funny if I just ran up to people and hooked my balls on them. And then they didn't know. And suddenly they're like, oh my God, I have blue balls. Where did they come from? And I'm like, they came from Gwendolyn.
Ladies, I just got myself very wet.
Did you get yourself wet? And I thought, actually, no, what if I could do it with little people? And then I could run up and tag people. And then I was like, no, that's too much effort. We'll sell them.
So, ladies,
I don't know.
I'm a lady. Listen, I'm
I
smart.
don't know. I like
moist.
them.
I am definitely moist. Ladies,
Moist.
why don't we give them our final song for
We
the
should
evening?
do that.
So, if you are new to Chaste Treasure, I don't think any of you are, but mayhaps you have stumbled upon this insanity.
And this is the first video you're seeing, and you've made it all the way to this point. In which case,
We're going to tell you what we are all about. Lady Gwendolyn.
because you know I'm all about that chase, chase treasure. I'm all about that chase, chase treasure. I'm all about that chase, chase treasure. I'm all about that chase. Oh yes, it's pretty clear. I take up lots of room, cause I'm a noble lady, and that's just what I do. I know you think it's hot, like 98 degrees, but I think it's overrated to look at my knees. So we may miss the chance to go running or climb a tree. Well, I could buy my own orchard, so that's good enough for me. And though I cannot complain about the riches that weigh me down, so if you're not into hoop skirts, then don't bother sticking around. Because you know I'm all about that chase, chase treasure. I'm all about that chase, chase treasure. I'm all about that chase, chase treasure. I'm all about that chase. We're the aristocrats. We're on the lookout for some pumpkin pants. I've got these diamonds and my fancy hat, which more than makes up for I haven't seen my feet in 6 or 7 hours. So we may miss the chance to go running or climb a tree. But I could buy my own orchard, so that's good enough for me.
I am an orchard cutie. I have an orchard booty.
I cannot complain about the riches that weigh me down. So if you're not into hoop skirts, then don't bother sticking around. Go see Music the Gathering, because you know I'm all about that chase, chase treasure. I'm all about that chase, chase treasure. I'm all about that chase, chase treasure. I'm all about that chase.
One more time.
I'm all about that chase, chase treasure. I'm all about that chase, chase treasure. I'm all about that chase, chase treasure. I'm all about that chase, 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 chase.
I love that. If you don't like hoop
Huzzah.
skirts, go see Music the Gathering. They don't wear hoop skirts.
And this weekend, it's only Liv, so support her as well.
Most definitely.
Aw.
Thank you, love. We love you.
That's right. I don't believe we did that.
Oh,
Her.
love.
Is
That's
that her
true.
first time hearing this one?
It may be because
It
I don't
might
think we
be.
sang that in Maryland.
Oh,
Actually, Love gave
Oh,
us
thank you, Lady
support
Janet.
for our first weekend. Love is
She
our
did.
stage manager at Maryland, and she
She
gave
gave
us
us
these
a
beautiful,
clock, all right.
little
gave us a
stage
duck.
manager ducks, and we use that to
Little
help
duckies.
our energy through this first weekend. And we have 5 more weekends to go here in
Yes.
Oklahoma.
We love you.
So we
Over
want.
a month of shenanigans.
We love you, Piles. We love all of you, Donald Gaither. We
yes,
love all of
we
our
love
fans.
having the piles.
So just a quick review. Lady Rosaline has the piles.
Yes.
Can I tell John
I
and Jason
broke
a joke?
them.
I didn't get to say this on
Life
camera yet.
achievement unlocked.
Earlier this week, or maybe it was yesterday, Lady Elsa was talking about something. She was like, I got piles of wood. And then I told him to put that in that pile. And I said, you mean like Jason and John? And then she made a diarrhea joke. And then I was like, oh, I didn't know that one. She's always teaching me things. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Well, we gotta
It is-
Welcome to
it
the
is the benefit
ADD hour.
I know.
Old age, Gwendolyn, darling.
Oh, please.
Ladies, we have reached the end of our time, though. So I just want to wrap things up by letting these people know what lovely people they have been. Thank you for coming and supporting us, both in person at our live fairs and with Ladies Unlaced. We've been doing this for
A while.
over 2 years
years.
now. I mean, there's over 40 episodes
That's
of Lady as
terrifying.
Unlaced. We're coming close to 50 soon. And we couldn't do this without you. We couldn't have gotten through the pandemic
not for another
without you.
decade yet. All right.
What?
She said we're coming close to 50 soon.
Oh.
I said not for another decade
You
yet.
mean a few?
50 episodes of Ladies Unlaced.
Right.
Remember, if you would like to be a sponsor of Chaste Treasure Ladies Unlaced, you can also email us about that. Sponsorships are still available for upcoming episodes. And please continue to contribute to Chaste Treasure. PayPal.me/Chaste Treasure for tips this evening. A portion of those tips will go to Planned Parenthood, with doubling by Lady Rosaline. Thank you so much. We will see you on Sunday, and thank you. And please consider purchasing, pre-ordering our CD, going to our Spreadshirt site. There are many ways that you can support the ladies of Chaste Treasure. And one last thank you to our anonymous art lover who continues to support these episodes. We would not be able to do it without you. Ladies, is there anything we've forgotten? Orally ambitious right there. Thank you so much. And I guess it's time to say farewell.
We'll see you soon.
Once again, I have been Fräulein Elsa von Berg.
Lady Gwendolyn Thorne.
Lady Julie d'Aubigny, La Maupin of France.
And together we are
Chaste Treasure.
See you.
You have been watching an episode of Chaste Treasure Ladies Unlaced. Thank you to all of our fans for your continued support of the live arts. And a special thank you to our sponsors. If you would like to sponsor an episode of Ladies Unlaced, please email chasetreasure@gmail.com.